All right, so I have been busy all morning. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I have not put any thought to Inspiration Wednesday. I have no expectations on this. But what I do know is I'm going to start off by taping the binding. So I'm just going to take the masking tape and then I'm going to gesso both of these pages. And hopefully the time I waste doing that, I am inspired by something or maybe someone to do something on my Inspiration. I sat here for like 10 minutes walking around my studio going, what do I do? What should I use? I got no idea. So this is a really good book. It's called Surface Treatment Workshop. I got it a while ago, and this is one of the go-to things that I go to when I'm not that's repetitive. When I'm not sure like how to use a product, and this book is probably the sole reason why I have things I don't know how to use. But that Faux encaustic, I posted a little bit about it a while ago, so I'm just gonna try it on camera today. So basically, what it says is I'll need some pouring medium, and I have that. I have no idea how long this is going to take to dry. I might be here forever. But I thought it was fun. So I'm just going to see what it says. Determine which encaustic recipe. So I'm going to do, what do I have? Clear pouring medium? Lord knows what I got here. Where are you? Is this it? What do I have? I have just pouring medium. I would say it's clear. It's clear. So this is a pourable clear medium. If you want to be able to see all the layers, use this recipe. Mix soft gel gloss with 20% water or until it's pourable consistency. Add 1 drop of transparent yellow and nickel azo gold and 1 drop interference blue. I don't even know if I have any of that. So I'm just gonna roll with it. So I guess I'll embed some paper. This is so like unrehearsed. Like this video is probably gonna be hours long because it's just me thinking. So I got this book when I was in Montreal. It's all in French, and it's some kind of, I don't know, some Sherlock Holmesy, but it's got like this classic typewriter looking pages. And I'm gonna put these down, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna put those down. I'm gonna use gel medium and kind of see what I do from there. Maybe read up a little bit more in the book, and yeah, that's my plan. Shout out to Michelle Lake, because I forget, but I remember to put have people, if they gift me something, to put their name in it so I can give them a shout out. So thanks, Michelle Lake from Montreal. All right, so I ripped the paper off and you can see it's all wonky, and I have read a little bit. So basically what this is basically telling me to do is to like work in layers. Apply your paint and then apply the pouring medium on top, and I guess I'm going to working back and forth. But I will say that this recipe sounds a little mixed up, but I'm gonna keep doing it. Okay, so it says a drop of transparent yellow and nickel azo. Or nickel azo and interference blue. So I'm gonna go look through my paint and see if I have any interference. We'll just see what we get. Not that it truly surprises me, but damn if I don't have the pouring medium, interference blue, and nickel azo yellow in my stash. And I was probably wondering forever why I had this color, because it's not the prettiest color, but I bet you I read this book, bought all this stuff, and then never did anything with it. So I'm gonna make a little mixture of it, because that's what it says to do in between like each of your layers. So I'm going to take the pouring medium, and it says a drop of transparent nickel azo yellow. So, I mean, oh, that was more than a drop, by the way. And then some interference blue. That's more than a drop too. And I probably should be mixing this in some kind of bowl, but I just have my palette pad. So I'm just going to, oh, I bet you that was way too much yellow. Way too much yellow. All right, I'm going to have to add some over here and just take some of that and put it over here. Now that might still be even too much. Who knows? All right, might just have to keep cutting this. That's a lot of pouring medium you're using, Donna. Yes, yes it is. Okay, so this is going to be my mixture to put on top. Of course, that is my paintbrush, and now I got to get another paintbrush because I don't have a paintbrush. Okay, what is this one? Flat comb. I don't want that one. Do I want this one? Yes, a flat wash is what I want. So color-wise, well, turquoise is the obvious answer. So why don't we do that? Let's just put a wash, maybe some white. Let's just roll with it. I didn't put any medium on top of this, so it's just porous paper. And I'm thinking just have at it and see what I get, you know, who knows. right, so it says now, technically, let me zoom in a little bit, I should be able to layer this on like it's an encaustic medium. But you know, I put too much of that yellow in there, so who knows what I'm going to get. Probably should just clean this off really quick. And then put a little bit of this medium back in. I like that interference blue though, that kind of, oh, pardon me. That kind of intrigues me a little bit. All right, so I'm just gonna put a layer on. It's very yellow. It's going to add to the effect. I'm taking transparent layers, right? So I've got that Tim Holtz paper, and that's transparent. So just like layer it in there, you think? Like just randomly? Why am I asking you? You can't answer me. I know you want to. All right, so just kind of put it like that. All right, so I dried that just a little, but it's still quite tacky, and I think I'm going to take a palette knife. And I was going to do a color, but I think I might start with maybe just gesso and just kind of palette knife something in there. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm doing, quite frankly. Really. You shouldn't trust me at all today. Alright, I need another color in there. I'm thinking that fluorescent magenta or pink, because, you know, who cares? I'm going to shake it up just really quick, and I'm going to use whatever's on the lid. This pink does smell. Oh, look at my pretty little bubble in there. I don't know. Let's just not think. Let's just totally not think about it. I'm really liking this magenta. So I dried that a little, but I will tell you right now, if I were to close this book, I wouldn't get this page open again. Even though it's dry, it's still kind of tacky. So if you're in Arizona, this is fabulous. Pourable medium. I am going to put a layer on and then try to carve. I'm going to dry it a little bit and then see if I can't carve into it, which means I'll probably need a thick layer of this. That's what the book said. So that's a technique I can try. Maybe I'll use a palette knife. I'm either making a really big cell for this book or a really big cell not for this book. So I'm just putting that gel medium, not gel medium, pouring medium. And it's a thick layer because I want to carve into it. It said you should let it dry thoroughly, you know, but I don't wait for that. So I'm going to try to dry it, force dry it. I do like how every layer is really starting to look, I mean, not like encaustic by any means, but it's close enough to encaustic, considering I don't do encaustic, to make me happy. I dried it for like 2 minutes, and I'm going to now hopefully press a texture into it. I hope it holds it. I don't know. This is just a random cap of something. I don't know. We'll find out, right? I don't even see where I'm pressing it now. Surely when they say dry thoroughly, they don't really mean it, because it's not dried thoroughly. But I am going to now put a glaze, which I've never done either, over this with a paintbrush. And I have to mix glazing fluid, which is this, over with my paint. I'm going to use a little burnt umber light. And I'm just, it says put a little drop on your palette, and I'm making it over here. You can see my palette board. Over here, it's dark, but just trust me. And a couple drops of this, and or maybe I should, oh, it's brand new. It's made new. Because clearly I'm using that all the time as well. Oh man, I gotta get this out. Here we go. I got a glazing fluid over everything now, including my face. Little brown, a little this, because I don't want much. Oh, it said I put too much. But that's okay, because that's how I roll. And I'm just going to mix it up. Yay! Glaze. Look at me making a glaze. brown glaze. And it said, brush it over. Just makes your paint even more transparent. I would say like stain. And it should catch in my circle. Oh, it totally is catching in my circle. See that? Look at that. Look at that. And then it said, if you let it sit, and then you can wipe it off. So I'm going to get it into my little circle-y guys there. Can you even see those? And then let's do end to end. I'm making a mess. And then see if I can't get them in over here. Because this side was the side I really loaded up. See if I can't glaze this side. Alright, so it says on page 74 of that same book on the acrylic glazes, or the glazes, that I'm supposed to let this dry for a couple minutes and then take a damp paper towel, which I'm just going to spray some water on this, and I should be able to wipe it off and it should stay in those little sections. But who knows? We'll just kind of see. Holy hell, that totally worked. Do you see that? And it says you can do like over and over and over again. So touching myself. That is so flippin' exciting. Honestly, that's so exciting. Right now I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna have to take a moment of pause because I'm so excited. So my next crazy thought, because I clearly don't want anything to dry today ever, is what if I put a little molding paste? And what would the glaze do to the molding paste? So that's my next crazy thought. Where is my molding paste? Here it is. So yeah, I'm going to put a little light layer. I'm going to use a little key card. And just a little bit. I'm a little excited right now. I guess I'll just take it out with the key card. What do I care? And just a nice thin layer, so maybe eventually something will dry. Oh, I put some there. Wait, let me put some here first. Oh my god, I can touch myself. Smack my mama. Where am I putting this? I don't know. There, I guess. Alright, maybe I'll stop there. I'll just stop there because clearly I'm having way too much fun. I'm going to dry that. Hopefully it dries. And I'll be back and put another glaze on. There's nothing like live in I can't even speak, experimentation. Well, live, relatively live. Alright, so I'm putting some, what color do I have here? Hansa Yellow Opaque. And I'm going to put a little bit of that glaze in with it. And I'm going to get a brush. And I'm going to glaze over that modeling paste. Let's see. Alright, so I've given it a few minutes, and I'm going to use, no, I don't want to use that. I guess I'll use a baby wipe. Let's see if that works. And see what we get. I can hardly contain my love. I really can't. I'm going to put another layer of that Faux encaustic on top. And I really like, I'm putting more of that little interference blue in there because that just makes me happy. Just makes me happy. An interference paint basically adds a little, not iridescent, iridescent's the wrong thing. It almost like a hologram, or I think that's what it is, where you turn it and it has that sheen. Hologram? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Just translate me as needed. But you really can. Alright, so it's still a little bit tacky, but I put a quote on my blog yesterday and I thought it's just perfect for this because it just is. It says, "There are no rules. That is how art is born, how breakthroughs happen. Go against the rules or ignore the rules. That is what invention is about." The owner of this quote is Helen Frankenthaler. Owner. This is so weird that I said that. Yeah, so I think I'm going to need that there. I think I just call it a day with gluing that sucker there. I want to even wrap it. This is crazy. Do I want to wrap it around? No, I don't want to do that. That's just stupid. All right, so glue. I need glue. With all the glue, I wonder if I should just put it in the medium. Like I was, oh, and then there's that. I'm going to spray that with a little fixative, and then I'm going to embed it, because how could I do the whole thing? I'm like totally walking around my room, by the way. And don't do this at home. Don't spray your fixative indoors, please, because it smells, and that's going to smell in here, and I don't have windows open. Woo! Look at that. And that should keep the ink from running, just spraying a little fixative on there. And yeah, I might as well embed it like it was encaustic. Crazy talk I've got on here. Crazy! All right, so let's just put that down. Lots of yellow. And then put that on top. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Get it, girlfriend. Oh yeah. All right, so I'm in. I'm in. Huh. Totally in. All right, I'm gonna wait forever for this to dry. I need a date. Oh, I forgot the date. Tell me I have to embed that somewhere. Let's do it. Let's get another piece of paper. I'll be back. Oh, maybe I can just stamp it. Maybe I'll just stamp it. I'm so excited. Let me get my stamp. Is today the 1st? Totally it's the 1st. May 1st. All right, so I'm not even on camera. Who cares? You know what I'm doing. I'm stamping my piece of paper. May 1st. And okay. I need to put this, I just need to embed it. Do I embed it there? Oh, I totally do. I'm not going to spray this because it stays on, and I think it shouldn't bleed. And if it does, we'll soon find out. Let's put it right there. I could have fun with this, people. I see canvases in my future of embedded love stuff. All right. Let's see. There we go. I'm all in. Now I'm going to let this dry, and I will be back. All right, so I'm finished with that. It's all dry. I still will not close my book, and you can see how shiny it is. It has the sheen from the medium, just like, you know, similar to a encaustic, but it also has that iridescent quality to it from that blue, which is just, I wish you could see it up close. I think I might be in love. This might be the coolest risk I've ever taken on an Inspiration Wednesday. Totally blindsided, totally went, you know, by the seat of my pants. And I'm glad I did, because I think I'm going to take the extra, because, you know, I've got all this extra over here, and I'm going to go put it on a canvas. So, yeah, that's it for Inspiration Wednesday. And take a risk. Take a risk. I'm not going to close this, but before I do, like tomorrow, I'm going to put baby powder in between the pages just so it soaks up some of the moisture. I'm going to let this sit out for the day, because I read in the book, it said you should let it cure for a week. Awkward. And yeah, so I won't wait a week. I just don't do that. So I'm going to let this go like 24 hours. Just let it sit open. I don't think it's going to stick. It's not tacky, but I will probably, living in the South with the humidity, pour some baby powder onto the pages. So that was just a little tangent. Okay. Now I'll see you next week.